Yeah, how you doing? Uh, I'm doing a early morning. Let's see. Today is December 18th, 2012, and I'm gonna be going up to 21,740 push-ups, 22,900 sit-ups. Um, Today, I'm just gonna be doing some indoor cycling, 10 miles, 6 minute per mile. So that's about 1 hour. So that's going to be my physical fitness for the day. Um, we got a lot going on. I've been going through, looking over, the financial situation, and I'm encouraged. I'm totally encouraged. Um, I've added some new financial partners. The thing with American Express is real big. Um, we got the Bluebird and the prepaid. And I'm also adding the business goal credit card from American Express. So I'm adding three products. The business goal, that was offered to me free for the first year. After that is 175, $175 annual fee. But what I like about it is that you're getting all these points, for when you buy a ticket, when you travel, when you do different things, you get points. So I like the loyalty um, incentives that come with it. Now, as it relates to the prepaid products, what I like about them is, you know, I feel that, you're going to spend the money anyway. So if you put it on a prepaid that's free and you spend it, you're going to spend it anyway. So by having that prepaid, you have all the little benefits that come with it. Um, like for example, with the Bluebird card, you have towing. If your car breaks down, you got like access to AAA. So there's a lot of little benefits. So I like having those. Now the big thing that I'm gonna that I had going on today, I renewed my Amway distributorship for another 12 months. If you are an Amway distributor, every December 31st, it comes to an end. So I invested $62 and I re-up for another year. Now the goal for 2013 is to go Emerald. We want to build this thing up to Emerald. Um, you know, Anyone can set a goal. It takes a whole lot of work to get there. And it's to me it's multi-level marketing. The average person is gonna put a lot more into it than they get out of it. That's just the way it works. But if you think long term and you have a vision and you can develop a system of training, where you can, sponsor people into this and you can train them, you can build a substantial business. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to focus on family and close friends, get them to come into the business and do what they're going to do anyway. Because you're spending money at Walmart, you're spending money at Publix, Winn Dixie, um, buying all these different products. We got what 6,500 products in these catalogs. You can just order it from there. Order it from your own. So that's what I'm looking at. and just helping to enlighten those of you out there on the different ways of building your business credit and your personal credit. Because that's one of the things that I had to kind of focus in on. Because I've been planning to open a new checking account for my corporation, Big Blue Freight Logistics Incorporated, a Delaware corporation, and I've been waiting for my EIN number. Um, my legal team was supposed to handle it. They never handled it, and when I tried to call, it just wasn't getting it done. I sent them the information, it still wasn't getting it done. So I had to, and that's one of the things when you're a small business person, you have to get into the details. And when your people drop the ball, you got to find out what's going on. And so I had to go on the website and do it myself. And there was a cost, approximately like $129 or something. And so that's why they weren't doing it. They promised to do it, but they didn't want to incur that cost. So that's why they didn't do it. So I had to do it myself. It only took me about 15 minutes, and I have to wait a few days for it to go through. Sometimes they give it to you right away. Um, so maybe I'll get it in a few hours, but I did it approximately 6 or 7, 8 hours ago. So it's gonna take me. It might take me 2 or 3 days to get it. But the bottom line is, I had to step in and make it happen. As soon as I get it, I'm gonna take it to the bank, and we can apply for you know, the checking account, and I can also apply for my subchapter S. So that's with Blue Freight Logistics. Just getting all the little pieces in place because you don't want to do business under your name. You want to use a corporation, and you want to make sure everything is legal and legit and covered for liability purposes. And then moving forward, your credit as an individual is going to be limited because your income is limited. But if you have a corporation and you're able to build an organization, you got more assets, more things that you can use as collateral, and you got a bigger income. So that those are the things you want to do. Um, so we have that going on, and that's looking good. It's just you gotta stay on top of it, um, and I just wish you know because I lost maybe a week. I lost probably a week of just waiting around, and that's one of the things that you don't want to do, man. You don't want to lose time, waiting on other people. You don't want to do that. So I lost a lot of time there. Um, so moving forward, as soon as I get that, I can just jump on it and move forward with that. Um, as it relates to the multi-level marketing, I'm looking for some of y'all out there to hook up with me. Hook up with me. Let's build an organization. Bring your family, bring your friends, link up, because the key to this is just laying that foundation. You lay that foundation, build it strong around family, around close friends, and just start to link up with other families and and other people and teach them the same way. And you can build a significant income for yourself. Or have a second income. So and you don't have to invest a whole lot of money. That's the key to this. You invest a lot of time in the training of your individuals, your family members, and you teach them how to do it, and on and on and on and on, and you're able to leverage the time, leverage your efforts, leverage your sales. You bring all that together, and you can build a substantial organization. So that's one of the things that we're working on. And you know, right now, like I said, I'm really encouraged. As far as the debt level goes, right now I'm at approximately 69,000, which is very small. It's very small, and the goal is to knock that out in like a year, man. If I could just, we work hard, we put forth the effort, could pay all that off in a year and be 100% debt free. And most of that, of course, is student loans. About 63,000 bucks of student loans. So, 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 so that's one of the things that I'm looking at. Just paying that off, becoming 100% debt free, and that's what the lifestyle that I preach. Being debt free, maintaining a good credit history, um, spending time with family, spending time, you know, doing charitable works with your church, um, with, you know, nonprofit organizations in the community. So, we pretty much have that, on the straight and narrow. So, to recap, um, Blue Freight Logistics is looking real good. We're working on the EIN, waiting on the IRS to issue that. As soon as they issue my EIN, which is the employer identification number, as soon as that is issued, I can go ahead and apply for my subchapter S, and I can also open my bank account. So those would be two things that we're looking at. Now, on the mergers and acquisitions, that's something that I'm always working on. I've identified a bunch of good-looking targets, um, and these are in the multi-level marketing area, the death care industry, and also in the retail gasoline. I found about 160 um, retail gasoline stations that are available for sale, and I want to raise the money, get the backing, but I want to make offers on these things, and just build a whole different retail business there. Working with the existing various gas companies, whoever gives us the best deals, so on and so forth. I want to build an entire business in that area. Now that will require on the magnitude of about 500 million bucks. That would take a lot of money, and in the death care industry, the targets that I'm looking at would take on the same magnitude. In the multi-level marketing, we're looking at like $6 billion. So we need to work with some real good investment bankers out there that can understand the vision and that can support it. But one of the good things about all of this is that You always got to have an exit, and the exit is to build these organizations and turn them over to the workers. You know, allow the workers to become owners. And that's what we're doing in the multi-level marketing. You know, each distributor is the owner. So that's what we want to do in every area of business that we get into. Um, we actually this will actually build up the middle class, build up the working class. Allow them to have some assets, have something. So that's what we're looking at now. um, I feel it's gonna happen. You gotta keep pushing, keep working. There's a lot of money to be made by the investment bankers, and there are some sellers on the other end that want to sell. They want to sell. I want to buy, and I want to. After I buy, I want to sell to the workers. So, so I have my exit, and it's gonna end up being something real good. So, as we kind of recap and go over the different things that are going on a personal level, I'm looking at approximately 69,000 in debt, which is a very decent number. Now, if I look at what I've been able to incur since since I graduated from college, basically, that's on a magnitude of about 700,000. But right now, what I'm looking at is what's on my credit bureau file. 69,000. So that's a very manageable number. Very encouraging. And you got to know where you're at. If you don't know where you're at, you're lost. You need to know where you're at so you can know where you want to go. And like I said, we're building these relationships with these various sources. Like one of them that I want to jump on is the liquid from Chase. Um, I've studied that product. It's a prepaid product, and that one is $4.95 a month. So you're gonna spend about $60 a year. Roughly, $60 a year to carry that card, but it gives you access to all of the Chase ATMs. And if you figure that each time you use the ATM, it's about $2 charge. So if you use it 3 times, that's $6 a month. So if you can save that, 60 bucks a year to have access to all these ATMs, even though I try not to use ATM too much. When I might go a whole year and not use the ATM even one time. That's the way I roll. And when I do, last time I used the ATM, I used my USAA, and I don't, they reimburse me my ATM fees, so I'm real good with that. But I like the product and the fact that you're building a relationship with the JP Morgan Bank, and that's one of the things that you want to do as a small business person. You want to build relationships with as many different banks as possible, so that they know you, you know them, and and down the line, you might be able to do a little bit more. Yeah, I'm yawning because it's early. It's about here in Miami, 6 in the morning. It's early. very early, and I ended up kind of staying up because I had to go through these different things. We renewed the Amway for another year, and I like that relationship a whole lot because they have a big pipeline. I look at these other multi-level marketing firms, and they're very limited in their product line. They might only have, Prime America only has the financial stuff. Um, I looked at some others. Send Out Card only has cards. And there's another one um, that only has a juice, some type of juice. So I like having a big product line, and so that's what I like about Amway. And they've been around since 1959, so they're one of the oldest multi-level marketing firms out there. So I like the track record, and I like the product line. Um, the Avon, they only do the perfumes, the beauty products, or what have you. Um, it's kind of hard to do business with them. And that's one of the things. If I'm, when you join a multi-level marketing system, you want it to be easy to join, easy to keep up with. Avon, is kind of a little bit harder to join. So so you know that's one of the issues with them. Now, in terms of let's see what else we got going on. Um, well, I mean, it's just to encourage you out there that's watching. The only thing I can tell you is, you gotta take what I'm giving you, apply it to every area of your life, and build a life for your dreams. Build a life for your dreams, and you know, take notes. And if you have any question, reach out to me. You know, 786 268 9653. 786 268 9653. Reach out to me or just write me. P.O. Box 680781, North Miami, Florida 33168. 33168. Just write me. Write me. Um, or, go on Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, Google Plus, YouTube. Just send me a comment. Send me a comment. I'm gonna see it eventually, and I'll respond to it. So I'm easy to reach, easy to get a hold of, because what we're looking at, and that's one of the things that I had to look at tonight. We're reaching about 53 million people um, through the the social media, multi-level marketing aspect of social media. We're reaching 53 million people, but I might directly on, the people that watch this, as I look at, how this thing progresses here, we're reaching through this media approximately 1.5 million, you know, so so the reach numbers are, over time they're just big. They're real big. So what I'm looking at doing is, we want to get all of you to come in with me. Come in with me, and let's build our own home-based business. This is a revolution. This is a revolution. This is the future of business, the future of the world right here, and we control it. This is ours. We control it. So, we have to pool our resources, put everything together, and just make it happen. Speaking of pulling our resources, there's a website that I like to go to. It's called Where in the World is George? You can Google it and go on there. And basically, you take your money. You take that money. You see that serial number? You put that serial number in there, and you can trace your money. See that? You take that, put that number in there. Put that number in there, and we can trace it. Right now I'm putting this in there. And we can trace that. And that's what we want to do. We want to, each time you get some cash, put it on there, and we can trace it. See that? We can trace it. Now, there's approximately $200 million on the, that's being traced through this website. And you'd be surprised, how far money travels, and you could just look at it. You'd be surprised how far money travels. And that's what we want to do. So each time you get some money, you wanna put it on that website. It's called Where in the World is George? Where's George? You go on there, you input the serial number, and now you can trace that. You could trace the money. You can trace it. See where it's going, where it's been, right? You can trace it. Now this money right here, I could just look at it like this bill here is from New York. It's from New York, and it was made in 2009, and serial number B84701000C, from New York. This one's from Philly, and this was made in 2006. C 67348096F. This one here is from Dallas, Texas. It was made in 2009, and this is K 78254461C. Now this one here is from St. Louis, and this was made in 2006. H 86490753A. Now this one here is from Kansas City, 2006. J 19879368A. Now this one right here is from Richmond, Virginia, 2009. 78, that's E 78152825A. Yeah, this one here is from New York, 2009. B 11873437E. And this one here is from Boston, 2009. A 45769289A. And this is from Atlanta, Georgia, 2009. F 2823818193B. And this one here is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. C like in cat, 77376856E. So that's the roll call for the bills, and I'm going to be entering these bills into that website, and it's fun to, when you look at the money and you see how one bill can travel thousands of miles. The average bill only stays in circulation for about 18 months before it gets so worn out and torn that the government just pulls it out of circulation. They rip them up and recycle them, or just burn it or what have you. So that's one of the things. Now, I'm also, I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that, as a home-based business person, some of the things that you want to get. Like one of the things that I do, you probably heard of the zip car, the zip card. I got my hand on my number right there, but this card is, and I also got this one, Hertz on Demand. Now, as a business person, you want to have access to both of these networks. Once you're registered and you're in it, basically, I can go to, like for example, Hertz on Demand. I can go to their lots. They have lots around here in Dade County, on the beach, downtown, and I reserved the car online, and I just waved this on the windshield, and I could just jump in the car and go. I could rent it like for a weekday, 63 bucks, $63 to rent a car with gas and insurance. That's an awesome deal with gas and insurance. If I just need it for a couple hours, they charge like $8 an hour. $5 an hour on a weekday. $5 an hour to rent, a car just to run errands with gas and insurance and everything included. And it's the same thing with the Zip card. But most of their cars, at least here in Miami, it's at the University of Miami and over by the Civic Center, Jackson Memorial Hospital. And it's the same deal with them. They charge me $50 a year. This one has no annual charge. They charge me $50 a year, but I don't mind because I know that if I need a car, I can just reserve it, and I got a nice car to run errands for a few hours, real cheap. So that's one of the tools that you want to use, as a business person. You know, I try to use public transportation because that's the cheapest. But if I need a car, I rent it. I also use U-Haul. They charge like 20 bucks a day and then $1 per mile. They have an agency near here. Now I'm also going to show you guys another thing that's real cool. Um, this is the for my virtual office. It's called the Regis. See, kind of got it hidden, but the thing about Regis is I just say Regis Worldwide. Thing about this is anywhere in the world that I need to go to, I have office space. I have virtual office space available. They will charge me by the day. You can have a desk, you can have office to use. A lot of hotels provide this, but if I happen to be somewhere and I need it, it's available. I have it. I have a home office, and then you have office where you can meet with your clients. Virtual office space. They provide that, and so you wanna have access to that. Here in Miami, there's a lot of that. Here in North Miami, we have, I live right west of downtown, so I have access to a bunch of virtual office space, and I also have my PO box, so I'm pretty much good in that area. Um, Other than that, you know, one organization that I like to give a shout out to, is Fidelity. Fidelity is they're real good. They are real good. I use them for a lot of my you know, more or less banking needs. So they're real good. So it's like I said, it's that they're a good vendor to use. They have a real nice website. So I use them for cash management. See, the bottom line is you're gonna have a bunch of vendors. You're gonna have a bunch of vendors, and you don't want to rely on one. But when you do find a good one, you want to spread the word out. And Fidelity Investments is a real good one. I got a real good friend of mine. He's been pushing them for about 20 something years to me. And I finally tried them, and I'm real happy with them. Real happy with the service that I get from them. I mean, it's not perfect, but nothing out there is going to be perfect. But I, within the limitations of what I'm getting, I'm real happy with it compared to what I was getting before with some other vendors that I use. You know, so so that's one of the things that I got, that I like to just mention it. I'm happy with it. I recommend it to you. If you're looking for you know a place to kind of consolidate some accounts, they're a good place to be. Now, in terms of some of the other things that we're looking at, uh, on the educational side, I have to take one class at Miami-Dade, for the funeral directing. As soon as I get past that, I'm gonna jump to the next thing, which will be a doctoral program. And right now, I got three colleges that I'm thinking about. We're looking at University of Phoenix, Barry University, and North Dakota State University. Um, North Dakota kind of has the lead right now because they have a program that I really like, transportation and logistics. But Phoenix is real good because it's real easy to gain admission. They're very user friendly. Barry, is nearby. They're the closest to me. So so that's what I'm looking at. And that's gonna be something that I'm looking forward to also. So like I said, it's a lot of stuff out there, and I'm trying to share it with you guys. And if you have any suggestions, any comments, just throw them at me. And I also want to take these cameras all over the world. You know that's a vision that I have. That's a dream that I have, and I'm gonna do everything that I can to take them out there so that people can get exposure to all the things that I'm doing, and I can create a record. You know, so we're kind of working at that. I normally do this in the afternoon, but I'm doing it so early because I stayed up. I got up yesterday, and I just stayed up. I didn't go to sleep. I had a lot of things that I was working on, and that's one of the things. If you want to be successful as a small business person, oh man, you're gonna have to work 24/7, 365. That's what it takes to succeed as a small businessman. Because there's always something that needs to be done, that can be done, that must be done. And if you don't do it, no one's going to do it. You don't have a big staff to come in and do everything for you, So you have to stay on that critical path. What's the critical path? Um, the critical path is the things that you need to do to achieve your goals, your dreams, you know, faster. A dream deferred is not a good dream to me. So there's a critical path, and there are things that you must do to stay on that critical path. Um, like I'm gonna give you an example. One of the things that I'm sitting on right now, I need to renew my notary public commission. Now, it expired over 4 years ago. I just kind of set it aside 4 years ago, and I haven't done anything on it. And now I'm ready to move forward on it, but I need to get with someone that is not a relative to do the character portion of it. After I complete that, I could send it in. I haven't been able to do it because all the people here are basically my relatives, so they cannot fill that for me. So that's something that I'm gonna jump on ASAP as soon as I get with the right person, that has known you for at least a year. So that's something that I need to do right there. Um, but once I get it, and that is not something that really I'm going to be making money off of. It's a loss leader, but I find in the past it was a real good service that I provided to the community. You just notarize things for free. Anybody needs something notarized, they can come and see you, and people go out of their way to come and see you because they know you'll do it for free for them. And it's a real good service to provide to friends and families, and to people in the community. So that's something that I need to do. That's a critical. Um, and of course, I need to study. I need to do that. For my class, so I can get through this last class at Dade. So that's something that I need to do. Other than that, everything else is pretty much out there. So I think I've pretty much went over my time that I like to stay under. But this thing kind of gets to be fun when when you got that camera on. It gets to be kind of fun. And I hope that you have a wonderful day, and keep those questions coming. Anything I can do, just let me know. And I hope that you're learning something about the life of a small business person here. Later.